Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing my top 10 Sephora purchases. I am so pumped. A couple months ago, I did my top 10 favorite purchases of the entire year. This is specifically for Sephora. Now, Andrea, Matillano, and Samantha March just did a collab doing this video, and I was like, yes, this is the one I've been needing to do in my life. I'm so pumped. I'm so excited. And yeah, if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And without further ado, let's just get started. The first one we'll talk about is the Fenty Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Blush. This is in the shade 10 Rose Latte. I did not know what I needed in my life until I found this. It's so good, so creamy. It's a really nice formula. $20 for this little thing is truly obscene, and it really breaks my heart that I even love this because it's like, this is ridiculous. I do think the new e.l.f. Putty blushes are bang on dupe. You don't need to buy this one. They probably have a shade similar to this as well, but I do really like this. And for me, this kind of not opened the door for cream blushes, but this kind of reignited my love for cream blushes at the time, because I kind of went back and forth with them, and this one is just so easy. And it you just dip your sponges, your brush in, and you blend it on. It's just so easy, and this is what a good cream blush formula should be. A balm like this, they just dip it, whatever it is, it just should be this simple. And this kind of opened that door, and so this was definitely one of my favorite purchases. It was a very impulsive buy, but I really am glad that I did it, and I do really love it. And yes, we like that. Number one, not number one, but you know what I mean, first one we talked about. All right, next, I really freaking am so glad that I picked up the Patrick Ta Major Glow Lip Shine in the shade She's Expensive. Now, this is newer to me. I am wearing it on top of my lip color today. This is newer to me, but I really do love this gloss. I think it's so pretty. It smells amazing, and now I just want to buy everything from Patrick Ta because his brand is so good, and I just love the products, and this is so good as well. Definitely like one of those glosses that are just like, when you're like, okay, which gloss do I want to wear? Like what look, like whatever it is, you're kind of like, which gloss? And this is just a staple one that's really good, really nice to go back to. Again, it's kind of expensive. All these products are expensive, so I'm just gonna stop talking to calling them expensive because they're all expensive. But it's so good, and I'm glad that I bought it. Again, it was a very bougie one, but it's one that like I look at and I'm like, yes. All the products here are like, yes, I'm glad that I did that. All right, next let's talk about, this is the Rare Beauty concealer in the shade 320W. I don't know the actual name because it's not on here. I'm wearing this concealer today, and I just looked at it and I was like, yes, so freaking bomb. This concealer is so hydrating, but it's not like glowy or dewy or fresh. You can see my skin doesn't look, my skin looks glowy, but it's because of my highlighter and stuff like that and my setting spray. But my under eyes don't look like dewy or anything like that. They just look like skin, and I love that, and they look fresh and they look beautiful, and there's a nice amount of coverage. It's not full coverage or anything like that, but there's a nice amount, which I really love. I love this coverage. I love everything. I love the applicator. I love everything about this concealer, and it's a really great one to just have in your collection. I'm so glad that I picked this up. Like, I would have been like, I'm really like, it's one of those products that I would be sad when I get it, when it's out of my collection, you know what I mean, because it's a really great product, and I'm glad that I didn't miss out on it, right? You know, like, not that I would have missed out because it didn't sell out or anything like that, but I just mean, like, if I didn't buy it when the hype was there, I wouldn't have bought it ever again. You know, I won't buy it ever, so I'm glad that I did that. You know, does that make sense to anybody? Maybe? Next, let's talk about this one. So this is the Jouer Rose Cut Gems Blush and Cheek Topper Palette. I've wanted Jouer blushes for my entire life, for so freaking long. So long, ever since I started like watching YouTube videos, filming them, whatever it was. I just wanted Jouer blushes for so long, and I could never pull the trigger. The duos, none of the shades, both of the shades in the duos were like, spoke to my soul, so I had to like kind of wait. I wanted the mini, but the shade wasn't right, stuff like that. So when VAB sale rolled around, I really was just like, I need to do it now. If not now, then when? So I did it, and I'm so freaking glad that I did. The shades in here, the blushes in here are so beautiful. They blend like a dream. They blend for you. They're a weird combination of super pigmented, but also so buildable. It's very weird. It's like the weirdest formula I've ever met in my life, but it like blends itself. It's so easy, and it's an amazing formula. I don't like the topper in the middle, but you know, I could have done without it, but I wouldn't have known unless I tried it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really glad that I picked this up. I'm so mad though, because I thought I should have went with my gut. When I first was trying to pick a Jouer blush to get this time around for the VAB sale, I was torn between this one and then the other one, but at first I was just gonna get the other one because this one was no longer available. Maybe you can get it on Jouer's website, but I know that you couldn't get it on Sephora's website because it was gone. It was like limited edition or something like that. Then they brought it back, I guess, and so they were selling this one and the other one, and then I had the choice. But now I went to look at my orders. This one's unavailable. So sorry. I don't know if you can get it from Jouer's website or whatever, but so good. Even if you just try one of their blushes, you know, totally awesome. I feel like that one I love. So just so you know. All right, let's go with another newer product that I've only tried a few times, but just really, I'm so glad that I freaking did it. This is the Pat McGrath Mothership eyeshadow palette. It's the Rose Decadence one. I am so freaking glad that I picked this up. Definitely one of my top 10 because it's just like, even though it's newer and I haven't used it too much, the formula is so bomb when I do use it. Number one, and when I have used it. So beautiful, but it's like one of those things that you just have to try at least one Pat McGrath palette in your life, and then you're gold. You're golden once you've tried one. And I know that's like, let me clarify. If you're someone who like loves YouTube, loves videos, and like is a makeup collector and stuff like that, if you're that deep into it, you gotta just try one. And I'm glad that I picked up this one. I'm not a huge pink purple person. I'm not a huge one. I just mean like that's not something I wear every day. But this palette makes pink and purples so easy, so gorgeous. These are the pinks and purples that I like. Something very deep and rich, but not a dark purple, you know what I mean? This is a little bit of, I don't even know what to call this. It has a little bit of other undertones. It's not just like a black with purple a little bit in it, you know what I mean? It's not super deep, but it's just really beautiful, rich, and delicious. And the pink is nice and blendable, but it's not like baby pink that's like, ugh, you know what I mean? So, and the shimmers are to die for. I'm so glad that this, again, even if I, you know, I bought this a few weeks ago. I bought this Black Friday, that's what it was. But even if I bought it like 2 years ago, for me, it'd still probably be one of my top 10 favorite purchases because it just like, you feel complete a little bit, you know? Joy blushes and a Pat McGrath palette, like you just feel complete, you know? You know, like as a YouTuber, right? Maybe it's just me. All right. So now we're getting into like top 5, although I tried to save like my top favorites for the last 3, but the rest of these are just like totally obsessions. This is the Anastasia Dewy Set Setting Spray. I'm so glad that I got this. I've been wanting it for so long, and I'm so glad that I got it. It came in a little set. It's just like whatever, I'm not going to talk about the other products, but I'm so glad that I finally got my hands on this. It is so dewy, so fresh. I will talk about another setting spray. You guys already know. That's I like a little bit more than this one, but this one is still so freaking bomb. I'm glad that I like I've been wanting it for so long. I'm glad that I finally was just like, yes, I did it. And so I'm so happy. It's such a great spray. It not only like it sets your makeup, it makes it look fresh and glowy, but not super over the top glowy. Just nice and pretty and skin like, and it helps that skin like finish. And so I really love this. So good. Something that I might repurchase a mini or something. I have so many dewy setting mists. They all kind of end up being very similar, so I don't need to like repurchase it, but definitely one that I will like keep on my radar if it goes on sale or something like that. Definitely will be picking up another one. All right, now we're getting into like my top 5, my top 4. Like these are like I'm so glad, like probably my favorite purchases of the entire year, some of them. So first, let's talk about the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice eyeshadow palette. I'm so glad that I did this year. I knew for years that I was going to do this. Since the last 2, I missed the last 2, I was like, this year I'm buying it. It smells so good. The mattes in here are stunning. Everything about this palette is perfection, except for the repeating shimmer shades. That's what I hate. I hate that there's 2 pinks, 2 greens, and 2 purples. Like I wish they would have thrown some other shades in there. But the mattes in here are to die for. Like if like I don't even know if this was an all matte palette, I would be so happy as well, because it's so good. The mattes are blendable, they're nice, they're pigmented, they're juicy, they're fresh, they're delicious, they're everything you want in an eyeshadow. They're so bomb. And the Too Faced like holiday formula is so good, and I've collected their little palettes for years now, and they're so good. Now this one, I've never tried a tin one in these the bigger tins, and so I don't know what their normal formula is like, but this one is so delicious, so bomb, and I love the smell. It smells delicious. I don't know I don't think it smells like pumpkin spice, but it smells good, and so I don't care that much. Next, we'll talk about the Sephora Colorful Crayon Contour Eye Pencil. It's in the shade Tiramisu. This is the weirdest thing. I think I just added this in my cart to get like a free gift or whatever with my purchase. I'm wearing it in my watermelon today. This color, I don't know what it is about this color that is so scrumptious. I love it because it's like a brown, but it's also like a little black. It's a deep brown, but it's like it's not like super, it's not warm, but it's not cool. I feel like maybe it's neutral. I don't know what the heck it is, but it's so gorgeous. It's so creamy and lasts all day in the waterline. This, people sleep on this on the Sephora collection a lot, and this is definitely one of those products that are just so good that no one talks about, and I love it. I'm so glad that I picked this up. I feel if you're someone who's like placing an order and you want the free gift, you need to add something else to get free shipping, whatever it is, try it. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. The formula is so bomb. This color is my absolute favorite. Like, out of all my eyeliners, I probably could get rid of all of them and keep this one for the rest of my life and be very, very content. Like, very content. I'm very happy with this. I love it. So good. So bomb. I'm so excited because I love that one. All right, next we'll talk about this one. This is the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. You can see I've used and abused this baby. I'll be sad when I use it up, but it's such a good primer. It just really transforms the makeup, and it's so hard because it's not that it's expensive, but it is kind of expensive. Like, it's this full-size primer. If this as a full size was $10, you know, I can be like, yes, 1,000 times yes. But I believe that, I don't know how much the mini is. I think the mini might be 12 or something like that. And so it's like, it's so expensive, but not, you know, obviously not as expensive as some of the other products, but I just mean for what it is. For being an illuminating primer, it's kind of expensive. And yeah. Anyway, I do love it. I probably would get another mini if I really wanted to. I definitely want to test out other illuminating primers from other brands and stuff, because I don't have a huge like field. I've only tried, I think, like this one and maybe like one other, but I love it so much. It just, your skin looks so good in any makeup product. Even the ugliest of foundations looks so bomb on top of it, and I love it. I love this primer so much. It's so good. Oh my gosh, yes. It also is hydrating as well, which I forgot to mention too. It's very hydrating and illuminating, which I really, really like. Like, for my dry skin, I don't need to wear another primer with it, which sometimes I do, but I don't need to, and I really, really like that. All right. Number one baby of the year. Probably my number one. As much as I love all the other products, you know, in my collection, or there's so many other products that I love, this one has probably one of my favorites, because I shouldn't have done it. At the time I was just like, you're stupid, you're so dumb, and you don't have money like this. But I'm so glad that I did it. This is the Huda Beauty Glow Coco Setting Mist. You know how much I talk about this baby, you know, and I'm surprised that it's that high, because, you know, I use and abuse this thing, but it kind of, first of all, it opened that door for like dewy setting mists and hydrating setting mists, because I love them all now, and I'm obsessed. And every time something comes out and it says glowy, I'm like, I want it now, thank you. Because of this product, it's so freaking good. And I'm wearing it today, and it just transforms the makeup so well. Even, again, it's the same kind of thing with the primer. Like, this combination is bulletproof, but it's like, even your ugly foundations or your ugly powders, or the days you just look heavy cakey, this just takes it and makes it look so much better, and it's so good. I don't even know what else to say, because it is that good. It's $35, which is literally obscene. For me, this is one of those products, though. For me, this is one of those products that is kind of like the palette, the eyeshadow palette, the Pat McGrath, the Jouer, are products that, like, they just make me happy. I look at it, I'm like, yes, I'm very happy about this. Like, my heart is very happy. You know, all these products I really, really love, but this one specifically is just like, I'm so glad that I did this. And as much as I was like, you shouldn't have done it, blah, 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 you don't have money like this, I'm glad that I did it, and I'm so pumped about it. And I love the scent to it. It does have a scent, but I love the scent to it, and my skin is just obsessed. I'm gonna be very sad when this goes, because it's literally a holy grail. It's literally a holy grail. And that's so sad. I love it so much. All right, guys, that is it for this video. Let's see if I have a quote for today. So the quote for today is, stand up and walk, move forward. And that's like a weird, like, kind of thing to be a quote. I don't know if you guys can hear my stomach, she's going ham. But it's a kind of weird thing to be a quote, but it's just so true. Just stand up and walk and go and move forward and keep going. And you have to tell yourself that. I have to tell myself that from time to time. Just go, move forward, keep going, stand up. You know what I mean? And so it's important to tell yourself that. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will definitely see you in my next one. Bye, guys.